There's a lot of people talking. Me and Morten try to express this to people. A lot of people are, oh, I get it, but they don't really like. It's so obvious to us they don't really get it because the implications are not showing up for them. So, what is the difference between kind of understanding it intellectually and really getting it so it has a tremendous impact on your life?
It's such a great question, and I want to use a metaphor that I sometimes I haven't said this in a while, but I like it. It's like if you imagine we got called to a consulting job, and we show up, and the client is a dog, like a German Shepherd or something like that, and so we listen carefully, and the dog says, okay, so I've got this problem. There's this thing I'm chasing. And first thing is, it's really fast. Like I chase it all the time, but it always gets away. So I need more speed. And secondly, it's very agile. Like I'll be kind of creeping up on it, and I pounce on it, but it slips out of my paws. Like it's so agile. So I need more agility. And thirdly, I need better strategy, because I swear this thing, it outthinks me. Like it woke up an hour before I did, and it's like because even if I don't even give the slightest clue that I'm creeping up on it, when I get there, it's gone. And plus, I need more time. I'm spending like 18, 19 hours a day on this. I wake up first thing in the morning. I'm thinking about it. And so I need more time. I need to manage my time better. So that's it. I need more speed, more agility, better strategy, and more time.
Right.
So we go, okay, got it. I think we understand what you need. I think we understand what the problem is. So we step into the next room and we have a quick chat, and we both agree that the dog's problem is he's chasing his own tail. It's his tail. So we're like, will you tell him or will I? So we go back in and we go to him. Well, we've got some good news. We've got a diagnosis and we've got the solution. So here it is. Here's what it is. You ready? The dog's like, we're like, it's your tail.
You already have it.
You're chasing your own tail. And he goes, now here's the thing. There's two ways the dog could answer. The first way is he could go, oh my God, that explains everything. Thanks guys, who do I make the check out to? That's amazing. I'm all set. That's gonna change everything. That's a huge relief. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this extra time. I've suddenly got 18 hours a day that I didn't have 2 minutes ago. Wow, thank you. See you later. That's the first, if the dog answered like that, we would know that he totally got it. It's your tail.
Yeah.
He got it.
Yeah.
But the second way the dog could answer, he could be like, I see what you're saying. It's my tail. I get it. Yeah, I can see how that would be a problem. So, right. How do I remember that it's my tail?
Or how do I catch it?
Yeah, or yeah, that doesn't change the matter. I still need to catch the damn thing, don't I? So have you got some kind of 10-step plan or something I can follow to kind of condition myself to not chase my tail? Well, if the dog said that, we'd know he hadn't got it. We'd know that he was looking at it. He was seeing it as just a different flavor of something to chase. And that's the difference between kind of seeing this and really getting it, seeing it intellectually and really getting it at an embodied level. And I know you guys have both had that exact experience, right?
I talked to a guy earlier today actually, and he asked what he was like. You look changed, and you look so. First of all, he said you physically look different, and I'm like, oh, I changed my hair. And then he went, yeah, but you look different, and you have a different feel about you. And I started talking about you and the workshop, clarity, and all that. And he asked, I'm curious, what is that? And I literally said to him within 5 sentences what it was. And he went, Okay, cool. And then he continued to like talk about how he needed to do this and get this. He just needs that kind of business and that
I
kind of.
get it. I get it.
But I don't get it.
Now, anyway, how are we going to catch that tail?
Exactly. Exactly. So the tail is a perfect metaphor for like you already have the happiness you need. You already have the connection you need in order that you think you need to like. There's a difference between like. Well, that's a good question as well. There's a difference between like skills and like. See, people think that they need some skills or they need to learn something, and they go through some steps or some method or some strategy in order to get like happy or get connection with other women, and they kind of confuse skills with something that they already have. You know, understand what I'm saying?
Totally, and it's kind of. It's sort of like people, because we're used to getting things intellectually and kind of checking it off our list. So it's kind of like saying to the dog, it's your tail. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, I understand it. That's a really good point. Anyway, that tail's not going to catch itself. They race on past it. It's like, well, hang on a second. Slow down there a second. I think we need to have another look at that. It's your tail thing. Like that's worth hanging out there. And that's why, because people sometimes ask me, how, if it's just understanding your feeling, your thinking, how come it takes you like a whole workshop to do it? But part of the process is slowing things down enough that people's intellect kind of clears out of the way a little bit, and they start to wait. See, it's very, very different from memorizing a set of instructions or going through a series of steps or even developing a skill that you practice or something like that. Because what we're talking about is about seeing something that's already there. Like I don't know if you've ever seen the FedEx logo, but the FedEx logo, you may know this, it's got an arrow in it. Now, if you haven't seen that, it's really cool. Go Google FedEx logo. And there's an arrow right in the middle of it. Now, once you see it, you can never miss it. Like literally, for the rest of your life, every time you see a FedEx logo, you're going to see that arrow. But until you see it, and here's the other thing, you'll go and show it to people. You go, can you see the arrow? And they'll go, no, I can't see it. And you'll go, yeah, I was like you once. And until you see it. You don't see it. So the purpose of a workshop or listening to recordings or like just kind of looking in this direction is to create a context where something that's already there within your consciousness can step more fully into your awareness. Because here's the thing I want you to hear. You already know this. Just like on some level, the dog knows that it has a tail. The dog knows that it has a tail. It's just confused about what that thing is that it keeps seeing out of the corner of its eye. Well, in the same way, not only do you already have this, but you already know it. And there's an illusion that's been messing with you. And this illusion messes with all of us from time to time. And this illusion has been messing with people throughout history and is responsible for some of the biggest appalling atrocities, for a lot of the misery and depression and mental illness. It's responsible for relationship breakups. It's responsible for stress and anxiety and worry. And it's responsible for pressure and people trying too hard. It's responsible for people being needy. It's one thing that's causing all of that stuff. And it's an illusion. And as soon as you see through it, things start to change. And so that's the difference between getting it intellectually and getting it.